All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into this afternoon, dealing with how, you have a lot of our people that know that they're Israelites, but they're truly, ashamed of the gospel. They truly ashamed, of the Eastern ways, the ways of the East, the ways of our forefathers, which is the ways of righteousness, man. One thing about it, is we've been, westernized, we've been brought up in westernization, and these different philosophies that are completely contrary, to the ways of righteousness, man, and then the West, the West is extremely, emotional. All right, all these philosophies are based off emotions and feelings. That's why you have so many gray areas and confusion within, the philosophies of the West, the standards of the West, or the lack thereof. Okay, but as we mature in the faith, there's when scripture tell us to be dead, that old man has to die. Like, that old way of thinking has to be completely put to death, man, in order for us to be worthy of the kingdom. And one thing about it, we have to move in a way that's contrary to this society. And there's men that's teaching the Bible, we can't shy away, from talking points because of how it will make someone feel. How it make, Jake feel, how it make women feel. Like, nah, we can't shy away from these talking points, man. We're gonna dive into it, man. We getting back to righteousness, man. And the word cuts. Hey, we get cut, but see, the word heals as well. You see, the word is supposed to sting, all right, and we supposed to feel a certain way, okay, but not to be offended, and become an enemy of the truth, man, or not, to water down the doctrine, all right, to make it appease the emotions, of our people that's westernized, man. Like, nah, we gotta come out of that, man. Okay, we really, all right, gotta be born again, as the scriptures say. Now, when you go to Luke 9 and 23, and it says, and he said unto them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. And see, one of the main things, especially as an Israelite man, is denying thyself in this society, man. Because this is a society of instant gratification. You can become a celebrity, on the internet. Okay, it's hustle culture, so you can go get the bag. You can, it's just a pretty much it's a society to where if you really put your energy into this society, you can make some moves, man. You can move and shake, But in this ministry, we have to deny ourselves, man. Even with the ministry, as our people, are coming into who they are. Okay, you can have. Hold on. All right, as our people are coming into who they are, what you see Jake doing is what, making merchandise, all right, of the congregation, man. Okay, Jake is pretty much making himself a demigod. Okay, because that's what this society is all about, clout. Everyone's clout chasing, man. Everyone's wants these big platforms and to be worshiped and praised, in some type of way. But nah, man, we gotta deny ourselves, man. Okay, in this society, like, nah, we gotta really put on Yahushua, man. How did Yahushua move? Okay, Jake want to do everything but move like Yahushua. Like, nah, Yahushua was all about the mission. He was all about edification. He was about teaching, man. He wasn't about being popular, being known, being cute, man. He was all about the mission, man. He was all about the message. Okay, he took himself out of the equation, man, And in this ministry, that's something we learn to do, is take ourselves out of the equation, man. Okay? Jake get the few praises of men, and they make a whole platform out of it, man. Okay? But nah, man, we gotta deny ourselves daily, man. We gotta continue to deny ourselves and bear the burden of Yahushua, man, which was to teach righteousness in the wicked empire, to live righteousness in the wicked empire, man. But Jake is ashamed at certain points in the doctrine. Verse 24 said, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it." Yeah, man, because we're constantly losing our life in this society, man. The chances to be something, that ambitious to be something in this society, that mindset towards working, towards something long term in this society, like, nah, man, we're being lost to that, man. But we're gaining Yahushua. The more we give up ourselves and those old ambitions, okay, and just that spirit of slothfulness or whatever, man. The more we give up our old self, the more we gain Yahushua. Okay, that's why you see a lot of men, they increase in this world, but they don't increase in Yahushua. Okay, they get these big followings, they get these big congregations, they get the praise of men, but they're not increasing in Yahushua because they still love their life. And here, they love what they've become in this society, man. But we should love what we're becoming in the society to come, in the righteous kingdom to come, man. The Lord is making us righteous judges, man. Not being in love with a cult of personality on this side, man. Okay, which a lot of men have done that. Okay, and when you about being popular, you're gonna have to trim the doctrine, because this doctrine is not popular amongst our people, man. Okay, even though they know that they're Israelites, there's a lot of men and women that shy away from particular talking points, man. Because the scriptures hold everybody accountable, man. Men, women, and we not gonna shy away from them talking points, man. Okay, it is what it is, man. Because we not here to be popular, man. We not here for the overall approval. We not of Jake, man. Okay, we ain't like the president of the United States, like a approval rating. We not here for no good approval rating amongst Jake, man. Okay, we here to edify, man, to build. Okay, and the only way to build is you gotta touch on everything, man. You can't be ashamed of particular points, man, and the things. And if you really analyze this current society and you see how off it is, and you see how wicked it is, and you see, the dysfunction that exists here, it's because righteousness is not implemented, man. And when you go into the law, all right, the laws that Jake is ashamed of, it prevents, all right, society from getting to the point where we at now, to the point to where it got to be nuked. It's so bad it got to be nuked. Prevents, all right, society from getting to the point where we at now, to the point to where it got to be nuked. It's so bad it got to be nuked. Prevents, all right, society from getting to the point where we at now, to the point to where it got to be nuked. It's so bad it got to be nuked. The dysfunction that exists here, it's because righteousness is not implemented, man. And when you go into the law, all right, the laws that Jake is ashamed of, it prevents, all right, society from getting to the point where we at now, to the point to where it got to be nuked. It's so bad it got to be nuked. And those are the same things that Jake is ashamed of, man, like going into the whole grape, the law dealing with grape. Jake is ashamed of it, but there was a law that was pro-family. Okay? That benefited the woman and the nation, man. Okay? If Jake couldn't control his lust and, he did something impulsive, guess what? In a certain situation, if she was not betrothed, guess what? He just started a new family in Israel, man. So it was pro-family, which is what? Pro-nation. Okay? The West is all anti-life. Everything in the West is anti-life, man. Jake don't like to talk about particular things, and it's mainly because of the women. You know, when Jake be shying away from certain topics, that's because they don't want to offend westernized women who know they Israelites, man. Okay, feminist women, all right, that know that they're Israelites. That's what the main reason Jake trimmed the doctrine, because those the number one supporters is simple women. Okay, with these congregations, man, they don't know what the hell going on, man. Okay, Jake want to be cute. Jake want to, do the events and the gimmicks, man. Jake do a lot of that, man, for the approval of women, which shows that Jake is still under that Queen of Heaven vibration, man. Okay, when they just want to speak smooth things, to the women, like, nah, man, the scriptures about correction. And see, the woman has been so far removed, man, that they need a lot of correction. The majority of the women in the West don't know what a woman is. They don't know what being a woman or a wife is. They have no clue. Okay? So no, you can't pity pat and play around, with certain talking points, man. You gotta be brought out. If they offended, so what? What they gonna do? Stop listening? So what? Okay, this is way bigger than the opinion of a westernized woman, man, a feminist woman. Okay? This is way bigger than that, man. Okay, which the majority of them, the Lord is finna put to death. And that's when we go into the whole council. And let me get this. Let me read this. It says, I'll jump to verse 26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels. And my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory." As I'll jump to verse 26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory." As them, the Lord is finna put to death. The opinion of a westernized woman, man, a feminist woman. Okay? This is way bigger than that, man. Okay? Which the majority of them, the Lord is finna put to death. And that's when we go into the whole council. And let me get this. Let me read this. It says, I'll jump to verse 26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels." Okay, and Jake is ashamed of certain talking points of the doctrine, man. Jake is ashamed. Jake is ashamed with certain prophecies, man. All right? Jake is ashamed to have heathens in complete subjection, man. Okay? Jake is ashamed to have the woman in order. You see? Jake is ashamed that the woman ain't at the forefront or equal to a man. Jake is ashamed of those things, man. Okay? Jake's, been in, like Elder Apostle Hart say, Jake been in America too goddamn long, man. Jake is ashamed to apply wisdom. Jake want to steal like they, these super street niggas, man. These super tough guys and all that. Jake is ashamed to apply wisdom, man, and move in wisdom. Jake is ashamed. Okay? and it shows. Okay? Jake said using wisdom makes you a coward. Okay? Jake is ashamed to move how the scriptures say move, man. Jake, and women as well that know they Israelites. A lot of people that know they Israelites, they very partial, man. They only want to deal with the parts, that agree with their flesh, man. Okay? Which is what? Eating and drinking. People that know they Israelites, they very partial, man. They only want to deal with the parts, that agree with their flesh, man. A lot of people that know they Israelites, they very partial, man. They only want to deal with the parts, that agree with their flesh, man. Okay? Which is what? Eating and drinking. You see? Jacob talking about, polygamy, the multiple women, but they still think of that from a worldly perspective. They not thinking of it from legacy, inheritance, duties, responsibility. They're not thinking of it from that way. Okay? The woman still ashamed, you know, to be fully submissive to a man, okay? To not try to referee what the man is doing. They're ashamed of it, okay? Because the society taught them how to be, okay? So that's the point. You know, the phone overheating. I just want to bring that out. So Lord will you, brothers, and you few sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom.